This is Dragon Ball Z.
I'd be like, what time?
Oh, I must win the battle for the fate of the Earth! Go! I wonder what his power level is. It's up in the
All right.
Perfect.
Kamehameha! Spirit! Ball!
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Enough. We have the most exciting guest for you today. I just cannot wait. I've been waiting all week for her. Her name is Ashley. And Ashley, she will be getting married tomorrow. Clap for Ashley's wedding. Give it up for Ashley's wedding. Yes! So Ashley has some wishes for us for her wedding day. She's gonna come out and tell us about them. Give it up for Ashley!
Oh my god.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god.
Have a seat. We're so excited. So, Ashley, tell us about the lucky guy. What's his name?
Well, his name's Stewart.
Stewart! Tell us about Stewart. What does Stewart do?
Stewart is an attorney. Small children's attorney for children who need attorneys.
I love children. I love people who work with children. I do a lot of work with children myself, in case you didn't know. I do. So tell me more about yourself, Ashley.
Well, I grew up in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
And I was orphaned at a young age.
You poor thing.
And then Stu came out of nowhere and he saved my life.
Stewart, save my life! So tell us about the plans for your wedding tomorrow. What's gonna be on the menu?
Well, I was thinking, like pufferfish.
Pufferfish?
Pufferfish.
I had pufferfish once. It was so good, I had to spray it when I was done so I wouldn't keep picking when I was full. I just pulled out the chemicals and I sprayed it. Try it tomorrow. You want to stay slim in that dress, you know? You want to stay fit and slim. Okay, so tell us about dessert. What's on the dessert menu?
Well, I wanted to go real traditional with my cake, so I decided I'd go with an ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake? Oh, I love ice cream! Yes! Now, Ashley here has agreed to allow us all to come to her dream wedding tomorrow. And what are you guys gonna drive to her dream wedding besides a new ice cream truck? Ice cream! Ice cream truck, and you get an ice cream truck. Everybody gets an ice cream truck. Garage. I see that most of you have found the keys under your seats, but don't think I would give you an ice cream truck empty. It's full of cold ice cream! Everyone gets ice cream!
Oh my God, Oprah, you're such a lovely woman.
Well, Ashley, it is my pleasure. I hope that your wedding is excellent. I will be there tomorrow to try some of that puffer fish. I can't wait. I'll be in my new ice cream truck. Give it up for Ashley and Stewart! When we come back from commercial breaks, we'll have another exciting guest. Don't go away. Yeah! Oh my God! Welcome back, everyone. I am Oprah Winfrey, and this is the Oprah Winfrey Show. The Oprah Winfrey Show. Our next guest has an amazing, amazing story. He wrote a book. His name is John Carmichael. He is from Idaho, Benson, Idaho. Give it up for John. Come here.
Such a brave soul.
Come here. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you. Thank you, Oprah.
Let me start by saying welcome to the show. Welcome to the couch. I'm Oprah Winfrey.
It's a very nice couch.
Now, your book. Tell us about the book and the story behind the book.
Well, the book is really just kind of a first-hand account of what actually happened on August 18th.
And what did happen? Tell us.
2007. Well, August 18th, 2000, you may have heard of it. The town's called Benson, Idaho. I'm from Benson. My family has grown up in Benson. The reason I talk about this couch so much, how much I like this couch, my family used to be couch makers before they moved to Benson.
Couch makers! Couch makers! Back to your story. I'm so sorry.
No, it's quite all right. They moved from out east here in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds you about 1699 or so. But we
Okay.
moved from New Jersey at what is now New Jersey. Of course, at the time it wasn't New Jersey.
Wasn't New Jersey in
Part of England.
1699, was it?
1699. So my family, Carmichaels, moved out to Benson, Idaho, along with a whole lot of people. We moved successively west. We were in Ohio for a bit. Of course, the Western Territory hadn't been found till Lewis and Clark. Of course, you know that. They teach that here. So we ended up in Idaho. It was about around the time about 1858 or so. My family bought a small plot of land adjacent to the plot of land that was...
They bought a plot of land!
It's a beautiful plot of land that's adjacent to the land the federal government gave to them.
So tell me about your story. Tell me about your book.
Well, so we've been on this plot of land. We've grown crops. Largely, we've been growing things like wheat and corn.
Wheat and corn.
To feed the economy.
And to feed me. I love wheat and corn.
Wheat and corn are great. They feed most of the products that are your favorite things, as I understand.
Right.
That wheat and corn.
Next week, Favorite Thing Show. Will you be back?
Absolutely.
Favorite Thing Show.
As long as you mention Carmichael Farm in Benson, Idaho, zip code 23711. And if there's anybody out there that needs summer jobs, we got it in Benson.
John, about your book.
About
the book. Tell us what it's called.
It's called Brave Man.
Brave Man.
It's called Brave Man.
Because you are a brave
It was not
man.
my idea. It was my publisher's idea. I didn't even want a book deal at first. I could hardly spit.
So,
better than I can write.
Mr. Carmichael, tell us about your bravery.
Well, on August 18th, 2007, what happened was a couple of kids from the town of Benson. There's a town of Benson, and there's a surrounding municipal area of Benson. And again, that's that area of the 27 area. And so there's, the surrounding about 50-mile area feeds the same school. There's not too many of us out in Benson. And so a couple of the school children... Children!
We love children!
these were vicious children, so I don't know how these were more vicious.
Well, tell us what happened.
Well, what happened was there were a few of these children from the Benson area, and they were picking on another child and dared him to go cow tipping on my land.
Oh.
Now, we have cows. We don't really use them for dairy products or meat. We just have them in my family.
Mm-hmm.
I brought them from a long time ago. Now, this is an old cow, mind you. This is the last of my cows. These kids love to tip this cow. Now, this cow is very old. It's about 14 years, 14 cow years. Now, cow years
Wow,
is a
that's
long
very
time.
old.
This cow is probably older than Oprah's grandmother here. It's an old cow.
And cows don't age like wine, do they?
They do not.
They
do not.
sure
That's very
don't
true.
age like
They
wine.
become very frail and feeble, and their little limbs kind of wobble. And really, there's so much girth up top that the little limbs below that just can't support it.
So about your story, brave man.
Effectively, these cows tip themselves.
Well, let me just interrupt you for a second and say that I couldn't put the book down.
Well, the book's great.
I couldn't put it down. I finished it so quickly.
But I'm not so I'm not going to say I was a great writer, but the story is incredible. It's an incredible story, and I believe that's why I'm here today. It's an incredible story. So, what happened was these kids are tipping, dared a child to tip my cow. She's 14. You remember 14 cow years. That's
14
old.
years. She's
Cow.
14 years.
She's very old, 14. And so what happens is he's tipping the cow. He did not see my small municipal well I had built in order to, run our toilets and our showers and sometimes to drink, although we prefer Deer Park in Benson. But at any rate, he didn't see a small well, and the child fell into the well. It's a very deep well.
Oh, dear.
It's very deep well, very thin well. And this child was not very thin. He'd been raised on corn and wheat, like most people.
Corn and wheat!
And likewise, the cow that he was tipping kind of came after him, kind of fell after him. Remember, very feeble animals
Fell right out.
in their old age, and very wobbly, fell right on top of the well. And remember, this is not a small cow either.
And this is all chronicled, and
Yeah, absolutely. And the cow likewise.
I seem to have lost it.
The book's right here, ma'am. It's right there. The cow likewise had been fed on corn and wheat, like anything in Benson. It's a very large animal, very old animal, could not get up, fell on top of the well. Child was trapped in this well. Now, there is a timeline at the beginning of the book that chronicles the next 3 days where the child was trapped, and I did actually cooperate with the child in the writing of this book and his viewpoints in areas of interest. Now, I remember I went to the University of Idaho for English, so I know a thing or two about writing things.
Right, prestigious English program.
Essentially, I just chronicled my side of the story in a parallel link with the child's side of the story, side by side. So you'll see this timeline. It'll cover 3 days.
Well, John, your story makes me want to stand and clap for you.
Thank you very much.
Stand and clap for you. So inspirational. You are such an inspiration to me.
You're going to have to read the book. I'm not going to blow the ending. There's movie talks with Michael Bay. It's a whole thing that I'm not willing to get in the middle of. But right now, just know that this child rests safe. And if you wish to know why,
John, don't you worry. They will all read the book.
Thank you so
because
much.
I am giving them all a copy of
thank you.
Brave
Well, thank you.
Man! And before you leave, John is going to autograph from Mr. John Carmichael your new copy of Brave Man!
Pencil's all right. We only write in pencil.
Well, that's all the time we have today for Mr. Carmichael. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
You are an inspiration to me.
I appreciate it.
You are such an inspiration to me. So much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Next week, we all know what time of year it is. It's time for Oprah's favorite thing. Favorite things. Thank you very much for watching. Tune in next week. I'll have some new gifts for you. Favorite things.